Yo, V, that Reefs Fuss money come in yet?
Yeah, it came in last night. Here you go.
Sweet. Thanks.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. For Indiana, they're in the midst.
The Pacers look to take charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and former late-night comedy writer. A lot of people don't know this, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, as soon as I left, Kimmel's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes on the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've heard the term unicorn given to rare players with great height and perimeter skills like Kristaps Porzingis.
Amazing to think. D.A., thanks. Bogdanovic, one of the streakier shooters in the NBA, can be very hot, can be very cold, but when he is on, he is something.
Yeah, and he's terrifying to root against when he's hot.
I agree.
I was stunned and impressed and confused by his defense last year against LeBron James. They had that 7-game war against him, and for the most part, he was guarding LeBron.
I know it.
And he was doing a decent job. He did.
Surprisingly.
Arguably,
I mean,
yeah.
It caught a lot of people off guard.
everybody off guard, because the year before when they played the Celtics when he was on the Wizards, every time he was in the game, the Celtics went after him.
And got it! Another basket!
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963, and that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
And Turner kicks to Oladipo. Sabonis sets the pick for Oladipo. On the clock, Indiana needs to get a shot off. Collison, no good. Here's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Walker. Rebounded by Collison. About 1 minute into the first. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by Batum. It's good.
Well, Bogdanovich looking so comfortable close to the rim. Just extends past the defense beautifully.
Outside, Batum. Pass to AI. Bogdanovich against Batum. Here's AI. Plays it up off the glass. Hey, Bill, the do-it-all point guard, Darren Collison, very much a leader on his team. Talk about his importance to this club, both on the floor and off.
He had a pretty good season last year. Darren Collison was always one of those point guards that if he was your starting point guard, you're always trying to, you're on the trade machine looking for other point guards.
Perhaps, yes.
Oh, here's the spot we can upgrade. And I think he's played for every team in the league twice at this point. He's just bounced around. But last year he was important for them. And, you know, he does some things. He knows how to run a team. I think ideally on a great team, he's coming off the bench.
Here's Oladipo. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Oladipo's got his first 2 points of the night.
You simply must respect the mid-range game of Victor Oladipo. When given the opportunity, he will capitalize.
Monk, the pass to Williams. Inside. And the slam by Williams.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league. But my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
You know, you love it when he plays big. Overpowering move right there.
Now, here's Oladipo. D right on him. Turner with a screen on Walker. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Well, this is where he's become so effective carving out room for himself. Darren Collison is a pro at using the pick and roll.
And Walker kicks to AI. And AI throws it down.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Pacers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. It's Oladipo on the wing. Sabonis sets the pick for Oladipo. Screen by Sabonis. Oladipo misses.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Pass to AI. He shoots again, and the layup is good. AI's got 8 points. Here's Collison. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
You challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Williams a screen to the middle. Turner with the steal. Oladipo outside. Here's Bogdanovich. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. 6 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. Charlotte in the lead. There's a good screen. Walker the pass to AI. Turner with the steal. And they're running. Here's Bogdanovich. Yep, that one goes. Bogdanovich has got 8.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Hornets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. Which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the 86 Celtics were the best team. But the 86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play where you're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net. And they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the 86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the 86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 01 Lakers, the second Lakers team. When Shaq and Kobe, they had won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did, and they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. So that would be my dark horse.
Parker kicks to Bridges. Zeller setting the pick for Bridges. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. Oladipo outside. They set the pick. Bogdanovich against Batum. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Picking back up, Bill, on our discussion of the greatest teams from different eras. What about those Chicago teams with Jordan in the 90s?
You know, the best one was probably the 92 team. But I really do think the league got a little diluted there in the 90s because of expansion. I don't think there was, like, the quote-unquote best Bulls team. I think Jordan was so great, he made it look probably a little easier than it was. But, you know, there's teams, they never really went against a great center other than 95 and 96 against Shaq. And, you know, the NBA pretends this never happened, but the Magic beat them when Michael came back from baseball, and Shaq and Horace Grant destroyed them. They were just too big for them. So, you know, for me, I still think that Shaq-Kobe 01 team was really great. Like, those guys were averaging 30 points a game each that year. And we're just unstoppable. All the role players were really good. They had Big Shot Rob on that team, and Fisher, and Brian Shaw, Rick Fox. Like, that was a really good team. But I still think the 86 Celtics, having 4 Hall of Famers in the front court, DJ, Danny Ainge, the home court advantage, Bird at his peak of his powers, like, I would still say that.
Setting the floor for the Hornets, Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. AI is out there with Marvin Williams, and it's Batum in at the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Suns was superb. He ended up with 56 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option.
Collison, the pass to Turner. Tipped away. Stolen by Walker. Monk kicks to AI. Takes a three. The shot by Monk is no good. The season's most improved player was Victor Oladipo, and I know, Bill, you like him, you like his skills. How much better, though, can he become?
Well, I keep thinking, like, who's the next Dwayne Wade? Who is the kind of slightly undersized two-guard who's also a point guard, combo guard. You can't really classify them. And you could basically run an offense around that person.
That's a good comparison. I like that comparison.
I think it's him and Donovan Mitchell are the two that, all right, this doesn't totally make sense, but on the other hand, we have this Dwayne Wade comparison of, in 06, he was the best player in a title team. I think those are the two best bets. Not conventional franchise championship guys, but we've seen it happen with Dwayne Wade, so it's possible.
Shots good by Turner.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
AI sets a screen for Walker. The shot that time, not on target.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
The shot by Turner, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time. Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Collison dishes to Oladipo. Screen by Sabonis. Walker against Collison. 5 on the clock. That shot is off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, you know, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Good. AI's got 8 here in the quarter.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Walker against Collison. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Young's checked in for the Pacers. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Collison against Walker. Outside Collison. Knocks down the 3-ball. Collison's got 8.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
From deep, Walker. It's good from long range. Walker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Pacers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Miles Turner. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Oladipo. The Hornets also changing it up. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Williams. Lamb comes in for Monk. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Walker. Here's Collison, and finished off by Collison.
Don't sleep on the quick first step of Darren Collison. My goodness, how explosive on the drive.
Passes it to Parker. Kicks to AI. Over in the corner, Lamb. Back to AI. Lamb passes to AI. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Pacers. AI with the bucket.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
Doris, always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
Screen by Young. And O'Quinn kicks to Collison. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Out to Parker. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 12-point Charlotte lead.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And there's the pass to Evans. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Evans has got 14 points.
And how about the confidence from Evans? He's feeling like no one can stop him playing with a ton of heart.
And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. McDermott's checked in for Darren Collison. 24 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. For Charlotte, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now here's Evans, covered by Lamb. Now Evans. He's coming off a 31-point game against Dallas.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter. Quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
I think, Greg, you love it when a role player is able to elevate their game. It makes every team better.
Collison and Oladipo are the guard sets. Sabonis and Turner inside. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Well, we've seen a few true marksmen enter the league lately, Doris, which may someday be in the conversation of best shooter in the league. Any names come to mind?
Wow, this is a great one to try to, forecast into the future. Certainly you think of a guy out in Phoenix by the name of Devin Booker, an explosive scorer, can do it in a lot of different ways, but when he starts to cook from beyond the arc, boy, it is really something special to watch. Lauri Markkanen in Chicago, as that team continues to try to rebuild and reload, he becomes even more dangerous if they can put some talent around him. Those are just 2 names. Jason Tatum proved that he was probably a better shooter from deep than people thought.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Got a piece of it, and it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's AI. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Sabonis. No good off the back of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
AI dishes to Monk. Back to AI. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Collison with the ball. And that one is good. 10 points for Bojan Bogdanovic.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Off the screen, Walker, and he hits the jump shot. Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for Charlotte.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
It's stolen by Monk. From 18 feet away. A second chance effort. Got a piece of it. Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Dishes to Turner. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Good on the three-point shot. Oladipo's got 9.
Well, it's a difficult guard contending with Victor Oladipo because this guy is prepared on the catch to make a shot.
Batum passes to AI. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Walker. He's got 5 from the baseline.
Well, those are the quick instincts of Collison on the defensive end. This guy isn't super big of frame, but big-time heart.
And it's getting closer. The All-Star voting with just 7 days left. Here's how it's shaping up. You look at AI.
He's got plenty of fans among his fellow players as well. I'm sure he'd be #1 on their ballots if they were voting.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And the Pacers call time here.
I don't think many knew what to expect from Domantas Sabonis after his trade to Indiana, but what they got is a very smart basketball player who's got size, feel, and skill.
And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. You look at AI. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
And for Sabonis, a big part was just getting more chances to develop.
And I think, Kevin, we see that quite often with young players. But his most impressive aspect is the court awareness he possesses. Let's remember, Domantas has Arvydas, one of the all-time great big men passers, as his dad.
6 to shoot. Oladipo. Here's Sabonis. It's deflected. Pass to Bogdanovic. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The feed now to Turner. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, so polished and so confident this close to the cup. Miles Turner doing work.
Here's AI. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green. whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games. When it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes, I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Turner with the steal. Walker against Collison. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers making it. Here's Parker. He's got 5. AI in the post, defended by Young. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Galloway kicks to Young. Down low. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Young's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pacers. Charlotte has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Parker dishes to AI. And AI throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Evans outside. Over Lamb. Off the left rim and out.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So here's Charlotte, and stolen by Bogdanovich. And they're pushing it up. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kemba Walker's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Galloway. He's got 5. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. You look at AI, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Picked by O'Quinn. There's Galloway. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Evans.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
AI passes to Parker. Back to AI. He kicks it to Lamb. Over Bogdanovich. Here's AI. Makes it off the glass. AI's got 10 points in just the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Walker against Evans. Lets it go with the 3. No good that time. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Hornets leading by 3, and on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. AI is out there with Marvin Williams, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Tony Parker, and it's Lamb in at the 3 slot. Here's Lamb. He feeds it to AI. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
It's Evans on the wing, covered by Parker, 13 feet away. That doesn't go either for Evans. Charlotte's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. Parker kicks to Lamb. AI with it, working on O'Quinn. There's the screen. Here's AI, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the wide open shot from Evans. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight. AI sets a screen for Walker to the inside. And AI throws it down.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Outside Collison. Pass to O'Quinn. Outside Bogdanovich. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Bogdanovich, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons. But you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the 3.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Charlotte.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Evans kicks to Collison. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Doris for Bogdanovich, perhaps the biggest help he provided was his improved defense.
Well, let's remember this about Bogdanovich. Early in his career, it kept him off the floor. And he flat decided, I want to be in the lineup when it's closing time, and made a real commitment to being better defensively.
Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. AI passes to Williams. Here's Walker. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
Turner with a screen for Evans. Outside Turner. Back to Evans. Screen by Young. Collison, the pass to Young. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Here's AI. It doesn't go for him. And Indiana will come the other way. To the inside. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Turner.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
To the paint. AI in the post. He's against Turner. AI with the bucket.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Victor Oladipo comes in for Tyreke Evans.
Love how Oladipo has a sense for when to go up for the alley-oop. What a sensational sense of timing.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And the call will be against Sabonis. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's the Hornets now. They've led by as many as 14 points. A nice shot by AI.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
And the Pacers call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks, David. And Turner kicks to Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, you love to see Bogdanovich stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
Walker the pass to AI. And the foul on Miles Turner. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's AI. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. AI's got 45 points.
Boy, we're getting to the stretch run, and this guy has not cooled off. He is not about to let this lead slip away.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. To the inside. Oladipo had another make to his scoring column. His fifth basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Another shot. And another shot. And Williams lays it in. And the Hornets lead by 8.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
And stolen by Williams. Down low. Here's AI. And AI throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Oladipo, the pass to Collison. Turner with a screen on Walker. Here's Collison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
And with Collison and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Hornets leading by 8. Outside, Batum. Passes it to AI. The kick out to Walker. A three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Hornets. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. Turner trying to free himself up. Changes up. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside. I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got his third rebound tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Indoors last summer, we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League. And you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay, I've recorded that comment. Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Collison against Walker. Shoots over Walker, and it's Turner finishing it off.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that, defense.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Hornets leading by 12. AI dishes to Monk. Back to AI. Kicks it to Monk. The pass to AI. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now, here's Oladipo. Defense is right there. Shots good by Turner.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Charlotte has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Here's AI. Yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now, here's Oladipo. He's covered closely. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Turner.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Monk. Here's the screen. AI up top. 4 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Batum with the 3. And Oladipo pulls it down. Indiana, they're working against the clock right now.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Charlotte.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Oladipo, and the shot is long. Walker with it. AI kicks to Monk. AI left side. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for AI. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I'm gonna need a few ice buckets after that. My elbows, man.
AI.
Yo, what's up, Charlie?
Busy day, man. We need you for an interview right over here.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. I got to give you credit. You're playing like an old school big man tonight, dominating on the glass, in the paint, communicating with your teammates. Talk about your approach heading into this game.
Oh, man, Shaq, you know, that's kind of a trick question to me. I don't think I had any approach. You know, my day was wake up, be tall, get buckets, and grab boards. You know, I guess that's my approach to every game I play in. I mean, it's why people love me, you know, but today was just one of those days where it worked out how I wanted it to. Simple as that.
There you have it, America.
Thanks, man. See ya.